Cool 98.7 Bismarck Mandan's greatest hits. You are waking up with Wish. And Gary Cederstrom, he is a Major League Baseball umpire, originally from Minot. He's going to be the Grand Marshal at tomorrow's North Dakota State Parade. And Gary Cederstrom joins me on the phone right now. Gary, good morning. Thanks for taking the time.
Hey, Wish, how you doing this bright morning?
I am doing fantastic. So how long are you going to be in North Dakota? You get to be at the fair for a few days, or is it the parade and then back to baseball?
I'll be here through the weekend. I'll head back on Monday.
All right, very cool. Well, I know that you've got quite a resume in the major leagues. You did the All-Star game last year. You've done some playoff games. You did the World Series last year. And, you know, players get nervous during the World Series. Do you as an umpire get more nervous during World Series games?
Well, I don't know if you're more nervous. It's exciting. You are more focused. Try to say you're not nervous. I guess I'm lying. Everybody gets nervous, but you got to put that behind you and concentrate and do what you're supposed to do.
Well, you also called Johan Santana's no-hitter a couple of years ago, and you were the home plate umpire for that. And I know it's not supposed to be this way, but as a pitcher is pitching a no-hitter, does the strike zone get a little bit bigger for him? You know, I know you're human. Do you kind of help him out a little bit? How does that work? What's going through your mind when a no-hitter is being thrown?
Nothing goes through my mind. Actually, what's funny about that game is that both pitchers had no-hitters going through about 5 innings. The game was moving along pretty good, and I happened to look up at the board and, oh, wait a second, there's a man hit all game.
So you don't even notice?
No, they don't get, you throw a no-hitter, you don't get extra. We get graded on every pitch that's thrown and every play that we have. So, you know, you just doing your job. And the no-hitter is just a byproduct of what happens.
Gotcha. And where's your favorite spot to umpire on the field, your favorite base?
Home plate, I guess. It doesn't really matter.
Is it worse doing home plate on days when it's 100 degrees outside?
Well, I don't sweat much. So that's okay. That was a joke. It gets a little warm. We don't have many of those. There's less day games. So at least it seems like there's less day games. So there's not as many. We also have a new pool pack system that we can wear these pool packs during the game that slide into your T-shirt. They got these special T-shirts with pockets in it. You can slide in there and keep the temperature down. So that helps.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool. And then do you have a memorable game that you've ever called, the most memorable game that you've been an umpire for?
Most memorable game. Well, I guess you don't forget your World Series play jobs, your All-Star game play jobs. Not one particular, I guess, but you do kind of remember those. They're special to you. When you get to my age, you forget a lot of things. So going back and remembering my first game in the Major Leagues, that was before TV, so they don't even have film of it.
Well, we're talking with Gary Cederstrom, MLB umpire, and he's originally from Minot. He'll be the Grand Marshal at tomorrow's North Dakota State Parade. What's your opinion on instant replay in baseball? Do you like it? Do you think there's any changes that should be made?
Well, Wish, I'm an employee. The boss wants replay, so I like replay. It's changed the game. It's what we have, and we'll continue to have. I don't see it. It won't be going away. And so you either embrace technology or you fall behind in what's going on in the world today.
So when you guys have instant replay, what are you guys talking about in those headsets? Is it just silent and then some guy just says safer out, or is there a chit-chat going on? You guys debating whether Cheese Whiz is real cheese, or what's going on in there?
It's pretty much dead time. Yeah, you get on and you tell them where you are, what you have. Because the technician, the person in New York has more than one game. So you're just telling them you're in Chicago, what play is being challenged and by who. And then the person in New York says he'll be back with you shortly. And with the umpire in New York, then with the technicians, they go through their spooling up of the replay. There's several technicians there that are doing different things for you, and then they put them up, and there's conversation going on in replay, but the people on the field don't hear it. And then when he has made his decision, he comes back on, and tells you whether the play stands, is confirmed, or overturned. And then if there's an overturn, where the place where the runners will be, and then we relay that on the field and go. To answer your question, no, we don't stand on the headphones and chit chat. If it looks like we're talking, we're most likely talking to the other umpire.
Gotcha.
That's standing there beside you.
Talking with Gary Cederstrom, MLB umpire, Minot native, and the Grand Marshal at tomorrow's North Dakota State Parade. I know you've been an instructor at MLB umpire camps. If people want to become an MLB umpire, what's that journey like? What do they have to do?
There's 2 umpire schools. They're both in Florida, and anybody can go. And they're both out in January. They run till early February. And you pay money, you go down, and they're about 5-week camps now. They're schools, and then they take the top students from each of those 2 schools, and you go to another one that is run just, which you just re-rack the top students. I guess you got to say they compete against each other for jobs in the minor leagues. And the guys come out of there, guys, girls, or ladies, people. How's that one? Because women can go to umpire school also and have come out umpire school and got jobs in the minor leagues. So, and then you go to the minor leagues and you start out in rookie ball, and you work your way up to A ball, Double A, Triple A, and Triple A. The major league supervisors see you. They take you from there, and you'll go to the Arizona Fall League and Big League Spring Training, and then a job in the big league. And that takes a series of years to do.
Talking with Gary Cederstrom, MLB umpire, Minot native, Grand Marshal at tomorrow's North Dakota State Parade. Before I let you go, now you've umpired kind of back in the day when you were first starting kind of rec leagues up in Minot, right?
Yes, Wish. I worked here for the Minor Recreation Commission with Little League Baseball, and I worked a lot of amateur softball. That was how I got my beginnings.
Who's worse to deal with, a screaming manager or a screaming father?
Worse?
Yeah.
Screaming fathers.
Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Because you're standing right there.
You never know what they're going to do. They're not on TV, so they can do anything, right?
Well, yeah. No, we didn't have many problems, especially back what the heck that had been back in the 70s. But there wasn't as much parental involvement in Little League baseball as there is nowadays.
Gotcha. Well, he is Gary Cederstrom, MLB umpire. He's a Minot native. He'll be the Grand Marshal at the North Dakota State Parade tomorrow. Gary, thanks so much for taking the time this morning. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, Wish. I got nothing else to do this early in the morning watching the sun come up.
All right. Well, have a great day and enjoy the parade.
Hey, you bet, Wish. I'll make sure you watch. I'll wave.
Okay, no problem. Bye.
Okay, bye.